Right. All right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit slash WeMaxit YouTube channel. I'm here with my co-host yet again. If you want to find this channel, make sure to go in the description. Both videos, the link will be in the description. All right. So what we're going to be doing today, we're going to look at all groups, give our take on it, like prediction wise, and at the end of the day, look who we think will actually win this one and what they can actually do at the World Cup at the U17. So thanks very much for being here. So how are you doing, Africans?
I am doing all right. I'm sitting beside my heater, so staying warm still.
Okay, version 2 of our cold. All right, yes. So I don't go to Canada, people, please. All right, yes, because
It's guys, it's beautiful from like April till October. Just avoid it in any other months, unless you believe in like -23. In which case, come join us. It's great. It's great.
All right. So as you know, guys, we have it on the screen right there. We have 16 normal teams that will go through the rounds, and then after in the knockout rounds, we're gonna be having an additional 4. So it's 24 teams in total, but only 20 participated in the not the first group stage. Obviously, those 4 teams that will be stepping up are teams that already did their own battles and qualified to this stage. That's how all the youth tournaments kept, at least for the last 2 tournaments. So you should get familiar with it. So anyways, these are the parts that you can see: Mexico, United States, Mexico, United States, Costa Rica, and Honduras in part 1, Canada, Panama, Haiti, and Jamaica in part 2, part 3, Cuba, El Salvador, Trinidad and Tobago, Guatemala, and part 4, Curacao, Suriname, Barbados, and Guadeloupe. So this is how the groupings set after that, guys. We have Group E: Mexico, Panama, Guatemala, Curacao. All right, and then we have Group F: United States, Canada, Trinidad, Barbados, and then we have Group G, which is Costa Rica, Jamaica, Cuba, and Guadeloupe. And then the final one, Group H: Honduras, Haiti, El Salvador, and Suriname. All right, yes, and the 4 teams that should join us in the knockout rounds: Nicaragua, Bermuda, Puerto Rico, and Dominican Republic. All right, so let me look at it right here, Africans. Right here we have Group E: Mexico, Panama, Guatemala, and Curacao. What say you on this group and also the tournament in general?
It's Concacaf tournament times and Concacaf football time. I was actually talking to someone last year. Did you feel like everything was just so well paced? You know, it was digestible. You didn't have to worry about it. This year is not that year. This year it's tournament on top of tournament. I was looking because even for Canada, there's there's the She Believes Cup Senior, and the one that finishes. Then you have the youth U17 starting immediately afterwards. It's going to be like running consecutive 400 meters. A lot of pace, a lot of time, and no energy afterwards. But when it comes to this group, it's hard to not pick historically. Mexico's always been good at this level, period. Panama and Guatemala are teams. I think Guatemala being the host, they do make it through. Panama should make it as well. It's hard to root against Curacao because, again, there's only so much. Not everyone has released their, at the time of our recording, not all the rosters are out. So we can't look at everyone and say, ooh, these players are coming, these players aren't. However, and I'll get to this a little bit later, I think if there's a team to watch that might, and I'll say it this way, if there's a team that might underperform, and this is just me looking at this with no information whatsoever, I have not done any research, so people from this country, please don't come after me. If Curacao is going to make it, I mean, you would say maybe Guatemala as the host is a team you go after, but then I think that would be the number. So there's always a team that underperforms based off their rankings and based off the stats that we have for them. So if you're looking at the last team, you're always looking to see which one of these do you think can you jump in after and get. And if I'm Curacao, maybe I'm looking at Guatemala and saying maybe they're the team that we can catch and nip and make it out of this group to the next round.
All right, I will definitely piggyback off you, and I will go with Mexico winning this one. I thought that Mexico showcased a good amount of talents between 15 and 17, and I saw Rasta on the internet. Went out and checked the players. I like the style coming from them, and definitely the players them are top draw, so they are going to be one of the favorites for the competitions. I would be surprised if they don't win the group based on what I saw. Panama, no, I only saw a few of the players them that I've seen named to it. So I did not saw the entire squad. Panama always be a tough team by just history. All right, so I do expect them to be in the top 3 based off just history. We could be wrong. Guatemala now being the host, they have to come out and fight. And Guatemala had a decent team, both girls and boys, for a few tournaments running now. So that's good. They're setting a good precedence at this point. Curacao, they never looked bad in the under-20s. People, they never look bad in the 20s. I'm telling you. So don't sleep on them. If they can bring in a few overseas Netherlands personnels coming in, I think it can step up, and which I've heard that they're going to bring in, just like Suriname. So I guess these are all wild cards. The difference in this tournament, they have more opportunities to face more teams. The last time I saw them in under-20s is just straight off in the second round. So we never get to see more from them because they were good in the second round, and I thought that they would have been even more exciting if they had played more games in the championship itself. All right. So the fact that the opportunity to play here, I am going to say that I think they're going to qualify. The way and the style of football that they do bring, and expecting the additions to add to the players inside the country, I think they are going to have a good group, and I think they are going to upset one person there. So that's my wild card for this group, equally as Africans. And I want to think that I'm not going to even put them as wild card. I think they're going to finish third, and maybe this group is going to turn up to be the one on the head. I think this is going to be a group that turns up to be the one on the head. Yeah, definitely, 1000%.
I like your point that you brought up about having games. I was talking to Curacao Football on Twitter. That's the same discourse we were having. That team at the U20s looked good, but if they had more games and get into shape, get into form, get more chemistry on the pitch, I think it helps them. So the fact that they've qualified here, I think that does well for them. And maybe they can work out some of those kinks. So by the time they play, because they're playing Mexico first. So, I mean, in that game, you're essentially saying, don't get beat by big goals and keep your goal difference low, so that when you play Panama and Guatemala, now that's when the tournament begins for you. Or maybe they surprise us and beat Mexico, and then we're all shocked and we're making videos. Who knows?
All right. So, guys, for me, I'm going for Mexico first, Panama second, Curacao third, and Guatemala fourth. That's what I'm going for. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Yes, because we could be wrong, but as you know, the prediction king continues. All right. Yes. Continues.
I just predict things, and when I'm wrong, I'm fine. I can sleep well.
Can you repeat your order, please? Like your order. What order you have? Mexico, Panama, Guatemala.
I have Mexico, Panama, Curacao, and Guatemala.
Oh, so you put Guatemala fourth as well?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, then no problem. I guess we are gonna be fighting to share the crown in this one, guys. All right, for this group, and we are gonna split all of the videos them group by group, so you guys can track the prediction.